Hey everyone, it's Jen, and in this video I'm gonna talk about the eruption of shards in the new season of Shattering. And I actually don't know where to start because there's a lot of things that I want to discuss in this video, but I hope it won't be too confusing because I really want to help you guys when the season of Shattering comes. So I guess the first question that we wanted to answer would be that what is the Shards of Darkness? So as you all know, TGC wanted to take this season a little bit different than the others, and they wanted to implement this new type of season where there are no spirits but there are guides which you can get your accessories from, and they've added a new event in Sky which are the shard eruptions that came from the Eye of Eden. So I want to pull up a text from the Sky's patch notes. It says, each day shards periodically erupt from the mountain on the horizon, falling into different areas of the kingdom's realms. Once they descend, join others to clear the darkness. These will be a challenge to face down, but those who persist will earn something in return. So basically, just to summarize that, the shard eruptions is kinda like a treasure hunt. So when the shard eruptions falls down to one of the realms in Sky, you have to look through that area to look for the shards, and once you find it, you have to clear the darkness so that you'll get some rewards. So if it's a regular eruption and you clear the darkness, you'll get light for candles, but if it's a stronger eruption and you clear the darkness, it will give you ascended candles and a chance to complete the seasonal quest. So this is an example of a regular eruption, and I call it a black shard because the big rock is black, and if it's a black shard it is pretty easy to clear, there's no struggle. You just have to be careful with some of the rocks or the shards because it can take your light away. And this is what I called stronger eruptions or the red shards because the big rock in the middle is red, and red shards are pretty deadly because they come with crabs with shards on them, and if the crabs have shards on their head you can't flip them, so it's pretty difficult to clear this area because the crabs will follow you and hit you constantly, and you could even end up hitting one of the red shards, which makes you lose your light. So I would really recommend when you clear a red shard, it would be best with friends, or if there are other people in the server, it will be really nice for them to help. But if you're doing it solo, one tip that I wanted to add would be that bringing your own light source, like a fireplace, a torch. But if you don't have those things, one thing would be that looking for a light source within that shard area, like a cloud or a lamp, and even light creatures like butterflies and mantis. Another thing would be that if you're bringing a light source or saw a lamp within that area, don't forget to light it first before heading into the shards. Because if you lose your light, you won't be able to light up the torches or lamps, and you would be stuck with a lost light. So moving on with the next one, this event or the shard eruptions are gonna stay even after the season ends. So for me, as a veteran in Sky, it would actually be a plus because it would give me a chance to get ascended candles without going to the Eye of Eden. So even though some of the shards are difficult to clear, I think it will still be worth it because technically you just have to do this once a day since you can actually only get rewards once a day from the shards. So you can just add this to your candle run and you will get awesome rewards. So another thing that actually intrigued me would be that if the season ends, how are we gonna access the seasonal guide? So an example would be if there's a new player, how are we gonna access the Season of Shattering quest? And TGC haven't announced anything yet, and the Season of Shattering is still ongoing on beta, so we haven't really tested anything yet. But the most obvious answer would be that if you have completed one of the red shards, the Void of Shattering guide will appear and ask you if you would like to look at the memories. You just have to click accept and it will lead you to the void where you can actually see the seasonal quest of the Void of Shattering. But again, this is just my theory. So I think I got carried away with some of the information, but one of the most important ones would be that when will the shard eruption start and when will it end. So the shard eruptions are quite tricky to time because I couldn't figure it out at first, but hopefully this is the final time frame of the eruptions. So the shard eruptions actually happen every hour starting at reset, which is 0, 100, And then for 7 minutes, it will actually change the surroundings of all the realms to red. And after 7 minutes, you have to wait 40 seconds until the shard eruption actually landed in one of the quest realm. And this event will actually go on till 0045. So I hope this wasn't too confusing, and please keep in mind the time that the shard actually lands in one of the quest realm, because I've heard stories in beta that they could just be hanging out in some plain area that they wouldn't have thought the shard would come, and the shard actually hits them and they lost their light. So just be careful, you guys. Even if you're doing a candle run, check the time, check the realm the shards are gonna be at, and just be careful during that landing phase of the shards, because it can really hit you badly. True story, one time I was flying in beta randomly. The shards are new to me. I didn't know anything about them. I didn't know the time. I was just flying and bam, I got hit by the shard. I lost my light. And again, yeah, just be careful. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about would be hunting for the shard location. So at home, you can actually see which realm the shards are gonna be at for the day. There's gonna be shards on top of the portal door, and those shards are actually alive, you guys. So if you go near them, it will actually deplete some of their light. So when I look for the shard location in the quest realm, the first thing that I do is check the time. Will the shard still be there? And if it is, the second thing would be entering that realm. And the next thing will be checking the surroundings. I would check what it sounds like and what it looked like. I would check the sound for shard eruption splattering on the ground, and I would check if the area changes color from the original. That means that the shard will be in that area. If I don't hear or see any of those things, I would go to the next area and check for the sounds and also the color of the surroundings. Just a reminder that it could either be one or both, so either there's only the sound or there's only the color. But I will keep doing this until I find the shard location. And if I found the location of the shard, I usually plant my torch on the side and light it up. But if I feel confident, I just go with it and burn the darkness. And for me, it isn't really too difficult to find the shard location. And you really have plenty of time because it goes every hour and you wouldn't miss it. And I guess the next thing that I wanted to talk about would be the daily quest that they have added, which is to visit a shard of darkness fallen in the kingdom of sky. And basically you just have to find where the shard is for the day, and this task will be completed. So I really want to talk about how you finish the seasonal quest, but I think this video is quite long for now, so I'll do that on another video. And hopefully I think I've covered everything that I wanted to say in this video, and the following clip is just a preview on some of the stuff for the season, so if you don't want to see that, you can end the video. But for those of you guys who wanted to see, I'm gonna show you guys the shard eruption in each realm, and I'm also gonna show you guys some of the location of the shards. So before I show you guys the explosion of the Eye of Eden in each realm, there are things that I wanted to say, and the first one is that the Isle of Dawn doesn't have any eruption at all. So everything is safe in Isle of Dawn. There's no quests, no shards. It's safe over there. And the next thing is that the Golden Wasteland has a different kind of eruptions. Since you can't really see the Eye of Eden from the Golden Wasteland, it will just turn the area very reddish, very smoky, and it's really cool. Even though you can't see the Eye of Eden, you can still really feel that the shards are affecting that area. So here are the eruptions in the following realms. check out the possible locations of the shards in each realm. And that's the end of the video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye!